Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Kevin Feely. I own LazyCowMedia.com, CheapAssLeads.com, and a couple other smaller agencies. I want to give you the tips that I wish somebody told me when I was building my agency, so you don't have to make the mistakes that I made. In this video, I want to talk about the 3 downsides to starting a business. These are some things that people probably aren't telling you that you aren't thinking of. So I want to jump into those because every YouTuber out there really seems to be, showing off this sexy life of Lambos and mansions, and it really just isn't the case in a lot of senses. So tip number 1, or thing number 1, is you don't make a lot of money for a long time. Like, it takes you a lot of time, hard work, and hours, hundreds or thousands of hours of education before you get to that point of actually making money. My agency just passed $100,000 a month, but it took me legitimately 5 years to get to that point. Don't get me wrong, I started making money right away, but nothing past my previous sales job, or, it wasn't anything incredible that, for a while I was like, man, is this even worth it, But I trusted the process and I was in love with the process, which is critical. You have to really love the process of building and eating shit through it and seeing the long-term view, because it is worth it once you get through that point. But I can tell you that it is so hard that only the strong survive. So anyways, if you're expecting this to be easy and to make a bunch of money right away, it just isn't the case with anything. Shopify, drop shipping, Amazon FBA, whatever, right? Whatever you're gonna do, stick to one thing and do it for a long time. Otherwise, you probably won't do well. They say you can't chase 2 rabbits because you won't catch any, right? So just focus on one and go for it. It takes a long time. Tip number 2, or thing number 2, I keep saying tip. Thing number 2 is you're committed. So when you start a business, it is like having a baby, especially when you start to hire employees and get offices and things like that. Like right now, I promised myself that I would make this YouTube video. I've been in the office knocking out all of the stuff that I didn't get done earlier today. And right now it's 11:29 p.m. I don't want to be here. I want to be in bed. I have to get up early tomorrow. But I told myself that I would be here and I'm committed. So I'm here. And if you don't have that, you just won't survive. So I really want nothing more than to go home, eat some ice cream, and go to sleep. But I'm here. I'm making these videos because I said I would. So if you're not committed and you're not ready for that, then maybe don't start a business, because this is again, long-term process that you really have to be here for, and you have to be committed. So number 1 is you don't make money for a long time. Number 2 is you're committed. And here's number 3. There's a really high chance that it won't work, right? And that's okay. Just don't quit. Most businesses do fail, especially the longer you go, the more businesses fall. So when you're looking at the timeline that it takes to get to that, large amount of money, and the amount of businesses that fail the longer that time goes on, it's really like, shit, this is hard, and it starts to make sense on, if it was easy, everybody would do it. But the number 1 thing, and you can hear this from almost anybody, is consistently just keep learning and don't quit. As long as you get punched in the face and you just keep going right back at it, you will do well. I promise you. You have to be stubborn to a point. But there is a high chance that it will fail. There is a high chance that it won't work. And maybe your first agency crashes and it just doesn't get off the ground. That's fine. Pick up the pieces, take it as an expensive learning lesson, and go on to another one. All these YouTubers are making these courses and these YouTube videos like it's just super easy, and you're just gonna hey, in 30 minutes you're gonna make $10,000, and then you're gonna have a $1 million company, and I don't know, you get to ride a rainbow unicorn while you're farting through the skies. I don't know, that's how they that's how they paint it, right? But it's just not the case. So just know that you have a long road ahead of you, and you really need to fall in love with the process. You need to be committed. You need to show up. And you need to just not quit. And if you can follow those things, you'll do really, really well. If you got some kind of value out of this, go ahead and leave a like, drop a comment, and also subscribe if you want some more videos like this. Again, my name is Kevin Feely. I own Lazy Cow Media, CheapAssLeads.com, and a couple other small agencies. Don't make the mistakes that I made. See ya.